guys, welcome back to the Forgetful Scholar, and this week is going to be a little different. This week I'm going to do a library haul because honestly I didn't feel like reading this past week, and you know, I wanted to try some new authors, so I went to my local library and picked up some things. But before I get into that, my mom recently visited my big sister and she sent some goodies back that I wanted to show you guys. So the first one, I can't find it, here we go. First one are these TBR cards, to be read cards, and they have fun things like choose a book which has a picture on the spine, you know, which I think is really awesome because sometimes, you know, I told my big sister I struggle with what I feel like reading next, and being a mood reader sometimes it's kind of hard to motivate yourself to read, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be, I think that'll help me out a lot. And then she sent, because she knows, when we were both teenagers at the same time, yikes, and sharing a room, yikes, we both love the author L.J. Smith, and you might know her from shows like The Vampire Diaries, right? She wrote the original books and things like that, and she wrote one of my favorite series from hers, The Circle. So this is The Secret Circle, The Temptation, inspired by L.J. Smith, but written by Aubrey Clark. So I think I'm going to have to get, because, you know, I have a romance TBR shelf and I have a cozy mystery TBR shelf. I think I'm going to have to do like a YA/fantasy TBR shelf, because I'm starting to gain quite a bit, because I want to, like, I enjoy some YA. Fantasy is not really my favorite genre, so I'm trying to like open up and be a little bit more, try a little bit more in the fantasy genre. I'm trying. It's a process. Anyway, so let me read you the synopsis of this. I think this is a continuation off of the original series, so that's cool. It's always darkest before the dawn. Cassie hasn't felt this alone since she moved to New Salem and joined the Circle, the closest thing to a family she's ever known. But now the Circle has been possessed by powerful evil spirits. Cassie is left with no choice but to turn to her dark side to rescue them. As she struggles to get through to her friends and her soulmate Adam, she finds an unexpected ally, one who will tempt her more than ever before. With her enemies quickly closing in, Cassie fights to keep her heart true and her soul pure. But she knows better than anyone that all the magic comes at a price, especially when Black John's Book of Shadows is involved. Will Cassie defeat the darkness once and for all, or will the Circle be lost for good? So this seems like, you know, the next from the original trilogy. So this is interesting. Interesting. So I borrowed? You borrow from a library, not rent from a library. Anyway, I borrowed 4 books. The first one I'm going to show you, a little heavy. It's a little silly. It's Heroes Feast, Flavors of the Multiverse, an official D&D cookbook. It's a little silly, but look how beautiful that cover is. The thing is with cooking, I don't hate it, but I don't love it, you know? And I kind of wished I enjoyed cooking more. It's just sort of like another chore to do, you know? So I was like, maybe if I do some fun. Also, the illustrations, I don't know if you can see that clearly, are just gorgeous in this book. I don't know, maybe I need some like fun themed cooking to get interested in it. Like they have like food of the Feywild that seems to be all vegetarian choices, which I'm like, okay, that's cool, but you know, Celtic lore, Fey used to eat the hearts of their enemies, but sure. You know, maybe like geeky themed cooking will get me interested in cooking again. So with this, I don't know, maybe if I try, oops, sorry, I always kick the stand. Anyway, if I find like a recipe I'm interested in trying, maybe I'll put like a little what it's supposed to look like and what it end up looking like the picture of what it's supposed to be, and then like my disaster of attempt. Maybe I'll do something like that. If you guys are interested, let me know. But I'm trying to learn to like cooking because it's a necessary thing. It's just, I'm like, oh, okay. Time to cook dinner. All right. Time to do, you know, it's not. And then like so many people in my life really enjoy cooking, and like they use it as stress relief, and I'm like, oh, they seem so happy cooking. I hate cooking. Also, if I cook more, well, I don't hate cooking, but if I cook more, whoever cooks don't gotta clean. At least in my household, that's the way it is. So it's a good motivation right there to try to cook more, right? Okay, so the next book is a romance novelist, historical romance novelist I've never tried before. And if you've been with me for a while, you know I like to go to the library, try out new authors, see if I like them or not, especially since the library is free, obviously. So if you don't like it, you know what I mean? So this is Mary Balogh. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. Someone to Romance, a Westcott novel. So this is, cover looks interesting. Historical romance. Let's see. Okay. Lady Jessica Ascher lost interest in the glittering excitement of romance after her cousin and dearest friend Abigail was rejected by the ton when her father was revealed to be a bigamist. That is a sentence. That's all right. Now that she is 25, however, Jessica decides it's time to wed. Though she's no longer believes she will find true love, she's still very eligible. She is, after all, the sister of Avery Ascher, Duke of Netherby. Jessica considers the many qualified gentlemen who court her, but then she meets the mysterious Gabriel Thorne, who has returned to England from the New World to claim an equally mysterious inheritance. Jessica finds him completely unsuitable, especially when, while they are still barely acquainted, he announces his intentions to wed her. When Jessica guesses who Gabriel really is, however, and watches the lengths to which he will go in order to protect those who rely upon him, she is drawn to his cause and to the man. See, that seems kind of intriguing. So I want to give her a try. Balogh. It feels like it's probably more Balogh, right? Oh, my nose is so itchy. I think I'm coming down with a cold. It's either like sinuses are really bad, like allergies, or cold. I don't know. I woke up all congested and sneezy, and so if my nose is red, that's why. Okay, so out of frame. Okay, here we go. This one, first of all, I really enjoy spray edges. I know some people are like, enough with the spray edges. I'm like, no, more. I want more spray edges. I want spray edges on romance novels. Hell, I'll take spray edges on like biographies. Let's go, more spray edges. But this sounds like a YA fantasy. See, I'm trying to expand, right? Sanctuary of the Shadow, Learn Your Fortune, Pay the Price by Aurora Ascher. Okay, gorgeous, right? I really do like the cover. Okay. For humans, the circus is... For humans, the circus is a place filled with wonder and amazement. For Harrow, though, it is a place to hide from those who slaughter her entire clan. Disguising her abilities as part of her act, she has kept her true identity safe for years, until he arrives. Oh, I'm sorry, I should read that how it's right. Until he arrives. A strange new attraction with no name, no memory of who or even what he is, let alone an explanation for his odd yet deadly powers. But beneath the layers of anger and isolation, one glimpse into his inky eyes reveals a soul that calls out to the loneliness in her own. And so she chooses him. Harrow is drawn to the darkness, to her insatiable need to soothe the beast who threatens their very existence. But with every secret she unlocks from his past, another from her whispers free as well. Lingering enemies who will stop at nothing to get their final revenge on Harrow, and she's afraid she's given them the perfect weapon against her, because he is not what he seems. But maybe it's time they finally learn neither is she. So, the thing is, that's a good synopsis. Like, it got me, it got me. Like, how it's written out, I don't know if I could, it's kind of typical, young adult kind of thing. But I'm intrigued, which is really good. Oh, look at that too. Yeah. And also like the setting, carnival, because I feel like the carnival can be so much fun and so freaky at the same time. So I was like, ooh, I like, you know, the atmosphere they're going for. I like where the setting, you know, Harrow. I'm interested. Again, does this seem kind of typical YA? Yeah, but I want to give it a try. Like I said, I'm trying to expand, you know? So let's see. So that was interesting. And now this one. Out of frame again. Back in frame again. Okay. So this one, I have been looking for this author in all the secondhand stores, like the secondhand bookstore that I go to, things like that, because I've heard such great things about this author. And yeah, the books are brand new in Amazon or Barnes and Nobles and stuff, but like, I'm not even sure if I'll like them, you know? So I don't want to spend like $30 on a book I'm not sure I'm going to like. Call me a cheap bitch. It's fine. I am. Anyway, so I was so excited to see that my local library had like a good selection on this author, and I was like, oh, yes, I'm just gonna go through the shelf. So it's Vichy Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic. So this one, and again, I've heard great things about this author, but like, I'm not sure if this is the type of book like, oh, I keep hitting you guys, I'm sorry. I'm not sure this type of author like that I would really enjoy. It was in the sci-fi section, so it's interesting. I am very excited about this, and also a little nervous, because you know when you're really excited about an author or book and then you get it and then you don't like it and you're like, no, that's like the worst disappointment, like the worst disappointed feeling you could get, you know, in terms of books, you know, not in life. You know, life is a lot harder than that. I get it, but like, I'm like clutching it, but I really want to like this author, so I'm a little apprehensive that I'm not gonna like it, but I really want to. Okay. Kel is one of the last travelers, magicians with rare conductive abilities to travel between parallel universes connected by one magical city. Now, because there's like tape over it, so it's a little hard to read. Oh, my foot's asleep. Okay. A little hard to read that section, so sorry about that. Okay. There's Grey London, dirty, boring, without any magic. And with one mad King George III, Red London, where life and magic are revered, and where Kel was raised alongside Reese Marsh and their roguish heir to the flourishing empire. White London, a place where people fight to control magic, and the magic fights back, draining the city to its very bones. And once upon a time, there was Black London, but no one speaks of that now. Officially, Kel is the Red Traveler, ambassador of the Marsh Empire, carrying the monthly correspondence between the royals of each London. Unofficially, Kel is a smuggler, servicing people willing to pay for even the smallest glimpse of a world they'll never see. It's a defiant hobby with a dangerous consequence, which Kel is now seeing firsthand. Fleeing to Grey London, Kel runs into Delilah Bard, a cut purse with lofty aspirations. She first robs him, then saves him from a deadly enemy, and finally forces Kel to spirit her to another world for a proper adventure. Now, perilous magic is afoot, and treachery lurks at each turn, and each and every turn. To save all of the worlds, they first need to stay alive. So, very sci-fi, very fun. You see kind of like, I'm guessing those are the different Londons, and that's like sort of, because that reminds me of like a map you would see of like New York or London, like the subway maps and stuff like that. So that's interesting. I can't wait. Also, I'm a little nervous to start it because I want it to be good. I really hope it's good. So that's what I did this week. I was just in a rut and I thought, hey, let me go to the library. Let me see if I could find something. And like, I managed to find 4 things. So let's see. So let me know if you want to see me like attempt to cook, or like the before and after shots, or what it's supposed to be and how much I messed it up. But But yeah, let's see. And honestly, like that day was, I think that was the day that it was like 109 here. And the air conditioning in the library is so very good. So I did not mind popping in there for a little bit just to cool down a bit. So there we go. I'm excited to get, like, sink my teeth into these new authors. So that's going to be fun. I don't want to, but it's time for me to get back to the real world. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.